All right, welcome into this week's Ozone podcast, and I always enjoy having Jaguars defensive end Travon Walker on this. And Travon, first of all, I appreciate you joining us.
Sure, thank you for having me.
So tell me about this team right now, 2-7, not where you want to be. What's the mindset going in? How do you move forward right now?
Just starting off, this is obviously I feel like everybody sees this a great team. We have all the talent in the world, but it's just like those little small things to where we're not finishing or where it's simple mistakes that we're messing up on in critical moments of the game that we can't do that if we want to be a top team in the NFL. But I feel like as long as everybody just continuously has the mindset that we do have now still to this day, which is come in, work hard, take it day by day, and just try to go get one win at a time, I feel like we'll be pretty good. We just have to finish strong.
Tell me about your play. It seems to me from the time watching you as a rookie, you always talk about just getting better every day. That's sort of your motto. But it really seems like just progressively week to week over the course of your career and even now, just a little better every day. Do you feel that? Do you feel that progress?
Most definitely. As me personally, I do feel that I am progressing every day. That's like you say, that's something that I live by on a day-to-day basis, and I just want to continuously grow as a person on the field and off the field. And with that, then no one can really say that, oh, he's whatever they want to say about me. Yeah, just say I'm not progressing. But I just want to continuously try to bring whatever I can bring to the table to help my team win at the end. Where's
your confidence level right now? It strikes me you've always been confident. We've talked a few times over the years, but it seems this year, and I'm not sure how to quantify it, but just a little more confident around the building, easier talking to the media, taking more of a leadership role maybe. Am I reading that right? Is there something there?
Yeah, you can't say that. It's just for me, I'm the type person, the longer that I'm around like a certain individual, as a person, I'm a person, I'm very laid back at first once I first meet you, but as I'm around you a lot more, I done sat back and observed you, felt your energy.
I got you.
I'm just the type person, I don't like to invite any negative energy in my space, so that could go for anybody in the building or media or whatever the case may be. But the more I'm around somebody, the more I grow comfortable with that person, and that's how I feel like I am. I've been here a part of the Jaguars for going on 3 years now, so obviously I'll be a lot more comfortable in the building with the coaches and the players as well, and then also just with the media. I've learned as I've grown. When I was younger, I just tried my best not to say anything that would give another team advantage, and now I think that's just how I go about media in general. And then I'm a very blunt person, so I'll get straight to the point, and that's it.
I got you. So the fact that you avoid me in the locker room means you don't trust me.
It's not that I don't trust you. It's just more so that we have to build that trust.
Sure, I got you.
Just like respect, it's earned, and I feel it's the same way with that.
I got you. So tell me about the play. Everybody's talking about it, the fumble return. I guess having watched you over the years, not surprising that you showed that sort of power, athleticism. But I guess take me through it. Have you watched it? Were you impressed, or is that just another play to you?
I definitely watched it, and I was definitely impressed with myself. But that's one of those things that where in the moment of the game, it's more so of an instinct feel. Like I said on a previous interview, I seen the ball on the ground. It's kind of like the Super Bowl commercial from a couple years back where you see the ball in the commercial just rolling around, guys diving at it. And that's one of those ones you have to get on it as a defensive player, and then my instincts just kicked in trying to score, help my team win. But in the end, once it happened, I enjoyed it because I felt it once I got on the sideline. I felt the energy that it brought to my team.
Sure.
But, it would have been a lot better if we would have won.
Sure.
If we would have won that game, then that would have probably been a play that would be talked about a lot longer than it may be talked about.
It strikes me, just watching you in that play, several others over the last few weeks, and maybe you've been doing this before and people just didn't notice, but you seem to be having fun playing football and sort of feeling like, I guess fun or in the moment, maybe talking a little bit to opponents, just kind of feeling like you belong and you're playing to your potential. And I didn't say that very well, but there's something in the way you're playing almost backyardish,
Yeah.
where it's like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Most definitely. It's just even though things aren't going as planned as far as the team wise, as far as our record wins and losses, I love the game of football, and that's something that I don't want to because I'm very hard on myself, and I take losing very serious, so I don't want to set aside the excitement and the joy that I get out of the game of football. So that's why I just always try to attack it every day. Be that 7-year-old kid that I was.
I got you.
When I first started playing football. And I just don't want the losses to start to strip my love away from the game. I don't think that'll ever happen. So I just have to come out, attack the field, and have fun with my teammates. Every week we step on the field. Every practice that we step on the field, I just try to make it enjoyable. And as I continuously do that, I feel like I can bring a lot of other people along with me who may not be feeling the same way about the team or whatever the direction that we're headed in. But I just want to be that positive person on the field at all times, or in the locker room, whatever it may be. I just want to be positive.
Is some of that confidence too, more confident as you go on to sort of be yourself on the field?
Yeah, that does. It does help boost up my confidence as well. But I feel like I said, I've always been confident. It's just once you start making those plays that everybody expects you to make, it kind of just becomes a little easier.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, just going out there having fun with my guys.
Now, you were asked about this yesterday, and you said no comment, so I'll ask you again. The way you ran, are you going to Doug and saying, I want to play fullback, or could you play fullback? I know they probably won't do that.
100% I could play fullback, but me, as the person that I am, no, I'm not going up to Doug and being like, oh, you put me at fullback, da-da-da-da. But, I mean, obviously, if he felt that way, and if the offensive coordinator, if they felt that way, in order for us to win games, then I'll do whatever to help my team win games. That's like I say, I'm here for the love of the game of football.
Now, we've talked before, but how much offense is in your background? How much have you carried the ball?
I like to say I carried the ball a pretty good bit from my middle school to high school days, and then obviously college it starts to transition more into a business. So I was more so just defense, but high school I played a lot of wildcat quarterback, tight end, receiver. I played some of everything. I
think we've talked about it before, but I'm sure there were moments where when you were playing wildcat in high school that it was almost unfair.
Yeah,
you were running over guys.
You could say that, but at that point the defense already kind of expect what's going to happen. But I feel like my high school coach, he did a great job of kind of mixing in a little read zone here and there for me. That way the ball's not always in my hand. It's more of a direct snap to me. But I mean, I feel like that's high school, 4A in Georgia. So whatever you like.
That's true.
That's part of my mindset as well. So I just did whatever my team needed for me to do to win back then, and still to this day.
When you picked up the ball and bounced off the first guy who hit you, did that come back? Meaning just the moves and. As
soon as I picked up the ball, that instinct, obviously, it just came back just like that. It was like I never skipped a beat.
I mean, I had the swim move at the end, right?
I do. That was just a little. I seen how he was pursuing Jari, and he gave him a nice little shove to get him off of his angle a little bit. So I just cut back inside, swam over top of him. He didn't want to tackle me for real anyway. So I had to finish that play.
At what point did you know you were scoring?
That was probably at the point once I seen Jarius get the nudge on him. Then I was like, oh yeah, I got this. I mean, I had an idea that he was probably going to try to cut me at first, but once he got that nudge on him, he had a little too much momentum going forward, and I just cut back inside. Yeah,
he wasn't going to try to bring it.
Yeah, he wasn't going to try to hit me up top for sure. He was a strong guy, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't going to try to hit me up top.
So, a topic with you ever since you're a rookie has been pass rush, and it seems, again, going back to what we talked about earlier, week to week, month to month, whatever it is, it seems like you just get better and better and better there. Are you improving? Are your moves improving? Is your technique improving? Just tell me about that a little bit, what you've worked on.
Personally, I like to think that, I still been doing a lot of the same moves that I did coming in as a rookie. It's just more of a setup feel of when I'm going to work this power rush or when am I going to work this edge rush, because that's the
pass rush plan people talk about, right?
Yeah, coming in with a plan, more so coming in with a plan. That's from my rookie year to now. as a rookie coming in, I really didn't understand how to set up my rushes. But as the years went along, obviously I've gotten a lot more comfortable with doing different things, attacking all three edges instead of just going speed to power to help set me up. So I feel like with me working all three edges, that's part of my game plan. So as we coming into a game, that just keeps the offensive tackle on his heels on not always expecting my power. Even though I am stronger than a lot of guys, I mean, we're all grown men, but I feel like I'm stronger than a lot of guys, and my mentality with what I run my power rush with, that helps set up every other move that I got you. My rush, and that's just part of my athleticism as well.
And that's just also part of growing from a rookie to a vet, understanding what it takes in the NFL when the margins are that slim in terms of talent, right?
Most definitely. That's just the details of being a professional.
What in your third year, do you still feel like there's a lot more to go for you? I mean,
100%. I mean, if anybody who really knows me from a football perspective and how I attack the game of football, they know I'm still just now scratching the surface as far as pass rush and things of that nature. But I feel like I can go out there and continuously get better every day, and I can be a lot better than what I've been playing as well.
You mentioned earlier about like what people say, noise. That's always a thing around you. People have their thoughts. How do you not pay attention to that? But again, from talking to you over the years a few times, everybody says they don't listen to it. I sort of get the feeling that you have the capacity to not listen more than most guys.
Me, how my mindset is wired. I'm the type of person I control what I control, and then obviously people are always going to have something to say about everyone in the world, no matter what's the situation. I just tend to go about it and do what I have to do amongst what I'm being asked to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Other people, they're going to have their opinions on. Everybody's opinion is not going to be the same. So that's why another reason I don't pay the critics any attention. Then for one, like I told somebody as well, I mean, people are always going to critique you, but if they was good enough to do it, then they would be in my position as well. So, but obviously they're not there. It's social media for a reason. Everything on social media is more so for clickbait or just for attention. And that's something that I don't.
And it's an intriguing thing because I've talked to a lot of players. Where does that come from? That sort of that's a maturity beyond your years, I would say.
I'll just say it mainly comes from how I was raised, my mom and dad, how they brought me up. I was always the biggest kid growing up as well too. So and at the same time, I was still dominating as when I was younger. It's just as I got older, they still had things to say, whether it was good, bad, or kind of mediocre. But somebody's always going to have.
People been watching you forever.
Yeah, so it's always people are always going to have something to say. Just block it out. When I do good, they're going to have something good to say about me, and then they go find the little smallest thing that I do wrong just to try to critique it because I've been doing good for so long. I mean, what do you expect?
Sure, I got you. So you got to have that in perspective.
I just stay level-headed, keep going, and block out all the noise, and know that I'm in the position that I'm in because of God put me in that position. And if He didn't want me in that position, I wouldn't be there in the first place.
The salute to service, what does that mean to you to be involved with that this week? I know it's very important to you.
Salute to service, it means a lot to me, just for the simple fact of I come from kind of the service background. My dad, he served as a Marine. His father as well was in the service as well. And then obviously all the hard work that all of the branches that they put into it, it kind of helps me. I look at it kind of like how we attack the game of football is how they attack whatever that they have going on. And with me being a part of Salute to Service for a little while now in the NFL, I've started to learn a lot more from all these different branches just to see their perspective on life. And a lot of times they don't choose to be put in certain situations. And that's kind of like us as football players, but they still have to go out there and serve the country. And a lot of people really take that for granted. And that's something that I really don't take lightly. These people are really out here fighting hard, tooth and nail for the country of the United States. And, I mean, they should be commended for that.
So that moment's going to matter to you a lot on Sunday.
Yes, sir. Cool. Most definitely.
The last thing we do, the Ozone 5 quick questions. Travon Walker, what was your last binge watch, if you have?
My last binge watch. I'm really not a TV show guy, but I want to say the last full TV show that I watched was BMF.
Okay. The last song you heard this morning on the way in.
The last song, Be Different, solo.
Okay. I know about your most recent touchdown. What was your first touchdown that you can recall?
My first on the defensive side of the ball?
Even if it's back when you were playing offense, when you were a kid. I mean, do you remember your first score?
It's so many on offense, from playing offense, but okay. I remember my first defensive touchdown in high school. It was on a little screen. Caught it for like 20, 25 yards.
Okay.
Took it to the house.
Picked off the screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got you. Best Georgia player other than yourself?
That's a hard one. I'm a defensive-minded guy, so it's definitely going to be somebody on the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to go with Roquan.
Okay.
Roquan, he's one of those ones that you consistently see every week.
Right.
Near the ball, making plays, impactful plays, and that helps bring his team to win. And the mindset that he brings to the game kind of put me in the mindset of Ray Lewis. And Ray Lewis, he's one of my favorite defensive players.
I got you. When's the last time you mowed the lawn?
Last time probably like 2 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
When I went home, just.
And for people who don't know, your dad always had you
year.
mow the lawn.
It was probably beginning of this year or end of last year sometime. Whenever I went home, I just helped my dad. He was out cutting grass, so I just went out to help him.
And it's always, I mean, for the backstory, people don't know, your dad always had you mowing the lawn.
Always. And
it was always a thing growing up. You used to wear your helmet. So
yes, sir, it was.
Not wearing the helmet anymore.
No, sir.
But you still mow the lawn.
Still mow the lawn to this day.
Travon, I always enjoy talking to you in this. I always enjoy you giving the time to do this. People appreciate it. Thank you for joining the Ozone Podcast.
Sir, thank you all for having me again as well.